How did a simple farming game scam over 100,000 people and vanish with millions? We uncover the shocking story of a seemingly innocent app that turned into one of the biggest scams in Turkey. What started as a game about running a virtual farm stole millions of dollars from unsuspecting users. Stick around as we dive into the rise and fall of this Ponzi scheme and how the mastermind behind it managed to disappear with $13 million. Before we jump into the details, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more mind-blowing stories and financial frauds. Let's get into it. In July 2016, a new game called Chickbank launched on the Turkish App Store. The game's premise seemed simple. Players could invest in virtual farms, raising cows, chickens, goats, and more. However, the twist was that the virtual investment was tied to real-world farming operations. By purchasing and managing virtual livestock, players were told they were contributing to actual farms, and the profits from these real farms would be shared with the players. It was a brilliant way to combine gaming with real-world investments, helping players and Turkish farmers. Behind the seemingly innovative concept of Chickbank was a man named Mt Iden. Born and raised in Bursa, a major city in northwestern Turkey, Iden came from a humble background. His family struggled financially, leading him to drop out of school and take on jobs as a dishwasher and waiter. Despite his circumstances, Iden dreamed of becoming a famous rapper, though he never quite made it in the music industry. Nevertheless, his love for gaming, particularly Farmville on Facebook, sparked an idea that would eventually lead to one of the largest scams in Turkish history. In 2016, Aiden and a friend from the Turkish rap scene teamed up to create Chickbank, a game modeled after Farmville but with a unique twist. Players could make real money from their virtual farms. Within 8 months, the game had attracted over 50,000 active players. The game's mechanics were simple. Users would buy virtual gold to purchase animals like chickens, goats, and bees, then sell the products these animals produced: milk, eggs, honey, for more virtual currency. Players could also invest real money to grow their virtual farms, with the promise that successful farms would generate real profits, not just in-game currency. What set Chickbank apart from other games was its claim that players' investments would be used to fund actual livestock operations in Turkey. In return, the profits from these real farms would be shared with players. This unique blend of gaming and real-world investment quickly gained popularity, especially in a country where agriculture was struggling. Turkish farmers faced challenges due to a variety of factors, leading to a dependence on imported products. Chickbank seemed to offer a solution by allowing people to support local agriculture while profiting themselves. By early 2017, Aiden had launched 2 real-life farms near his hometown, complete with grand opening ceremonies attended by local politicians. He quickly became a public figure, appearing at events with bodyguards, is celebrated as a young entrepreneur who was revitalizing the Turkish farming sector. The game expanded rapidly, and soon over 100 Chickbank shops were opened across the country, selling products like cheese, honey, and sausages with the game's logo. At its peak, Chickbank attracted over 500,000 active players, with more than 130,000 people investing real money into the game. Some players were so convinced by the game's promises that they even took out loans to maximize their investments. The game allowed players to earn vouchers, which could be used to purchase real-life products like cheese, honey, and sausages, supposedly from the game's farms. This unique blend of gaming and investment gave players the illusion of supporting local agriculture while profiting from it, making Chickbank seem like a win-win opportunity until the scam was exposed. However, the entire operation was a carefully constructed Ponzi scheme. Although Chickbank appeared to be a legitimate business, most of the farms it claimed to operate were inactive. In reality, the profits players received were not coming from livestock sales, but from the money new players invested in the game. Like any Ponzi scheme, Chickbank could only function as long as new money was coming in to pay the existing players. Aiden used aggressive marketing tactics and even offered commissions to players who referred others to the game. But as the player base grew, so did suspicion. In late 2017, complaints from players began to surface on social media, claiming that Chickbank was failing to deliver on its promises. Turkish financial regulators took notice, and when they discovered that the company's bank accounts were held by a shell company in northern Cyprus, alarms were raised. Further investigation by the Turkish Ministry of Customs and Trade uncovered irregularities in the company's finances, leading to a full-blown investigation. Sensing that his scheme was unraveling, Iden sold his shares in the company in December 2017. By January 2018, Chick Bank announced it would no longer accept new players, and payouts to existing players were halted. Many players who had invested their life savings into the game were devastated, realizing they had been duped. In March 2018, Turkish authorities officially declared Chick Bank a scam, and prosecutors issued arrest warrants for Iden and several of his associates. But by the time authorities caught on, Iden had already fled the country. Interpol issued a red notice for his arrest, and the search for Iden became an international affair. He was eventually tracked down to Uruguay, where he was living a lavish lifestyle, complete with a Ferrari and a private yacht, all funded by the millions he had stolen from Chick Bank investors. According to his former bodyguard, Iden had been funneling money out of the company long before his escape, frequently traveling to northern Cyprus to gamble at casinos. In the aftermath of the Chick Bank scandal, thousands of investors found themselves empty-handed, having lost their life savings to what turned out to be a well-orchestrated Ponzi scheme. Turkish media was flooded with coverage of the fallout as the scale of the scam became apparent. The anger of those who had poured their money into the game was palpable, with many expressing outrage over being duped by what seemed like a genuine opportunity to both earn profits and support Turkish agriculture. Some investors, driven by desperation, even took matters into their own hands. In a dramatic display of frustration, a group of players raided one of the actual farms tied to the Chick Bank operation, attempting to seize livestock in a bid to recoup some of their financial losses. Despite the chaos surrounding him, Mt Iden, the mastermind behind the scam, continued to present himself as a victim of circumstance. He insisted that he was unable to pay the promised profits to players because the Turkish government had frozen his company's assets. His claims, however, did little to calm the growing outrage, as it became increasingly clear that Iden had fled with millions, leaving behind devastated investors and an entire country stunned by the scale of his deception. For a while, it seemed like Iden might get away with his crime, but in 2020, private investigators discovered that he had moved to Brazil. Finally, in July 2021, Iden turned himself into the Turkish consulate in Sao Paulo. He was arrested and extradited to Turkey, where he now faces charges that could land him in prison for a staggering 89,000 years. His lavish assets, including his Ferrari and yacht, were seized by authorities, and while he had fled the country with $8.5 million, he returned with just $13 in his wallet. The Chick Bank scandal serves as a reminder of how easy it can be to fall for something that seems too good to be true. Iden's scheme preyed on people's desire to make money while supporting their country's struggling economy, and in the end, over 130,000 people were left empty-handed, with nothing but a hard lesson learned about the dangers of unchecked optimism in the face of fraud. Thanks for watching. The story of Chick Bank is a reminder that if something sounds too good to be true, it probably is. What are your thoughts on this wild scam? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell for more fascinating stories like this one. See you next time.